There is I've heard this a lot on TV and movies and in real life, and I would like you to address this specifically, you based on your personal experience, and then the people who approach you after your talks and share their story with you.
Hmm.
This notion that people say those who commit suicide are weak. Could you please discuss that?
Ooh, ooh, that's a hard one. Um, I think that's a hard one because you're judging the amount of pain that that person is in, or um, what they're dealing with. Um, I know for so I think there's a couple ways I can come at it. So if my father is a paranoid schizophrenic and he's hearing voices and he's seeing things which you can't imagine unless you were going through it, on top of the other things that happen in life, I think that's an unfair statement to put on someone, especially if you haven't walked in their shoes. And the other is, what about when it's kids? Because we have an epidemic of young Black kids in particular who are killing themselves. And so the thing that breaks my heart in particular with them is they haven't lived enough to see that, things do get better. It takes some time, but things can get better. Um, but like even with kids, like their brains aren't even fully developed yet. So are you calling that weak? Or if and to use the situation differently, like with someone like my dad, he was a full grown adult, but his brain was compromised. So it would you say that to a paraplegic who doesn't have a leg that was cut off due to a car accident, that they're weak because they don't have two legs? Like, I think it's a little unsensitive to make that statement when the deck of cards aren't, they have a different deck of cards. Hell, they're playing a different game, you know.
Altogether, right.
So um I think, people just need to take a moment because I know a lot of that is things that we have heard, whether it was in our house or um, something that, so and so would always say about, fill in the blank. Um, to be just a little more mindful and put just a little bit more thought into the circumstances that that person was going through. And if they would say the same thing if the situation was reversed, but it was with a physical element, and I think that that should help minimize if we take the time, to again empathize with the actual situation.